This week, we're making cheesy Babybel bites that are keto friendly. So let's get started. So the ingredients for this recipe are pretty simple. We've got some of these Babybel cheese bites here. We've got 5 of them. We've got 2 eggs for our egg wash. We're going to use some of these baconettes pork rinds. They're just pork rinds and salt. And then we're going to add some Parmesan cheese to the pork rinds when we make our panko, along with some salt and pepper. And that's it. So first thing we're going to do is make our pork panko. This is recipes I found from other people online kind of thing. This isn't necessarily my own, but it is a quick and easy way to make keto-friendly breading for things like this recipe. So we're going to break some of these up into this little Ninja blender. We'll just break the pork rinds up a little bit just to give them some more room. And then we'll just blitz them for a couple of seconds here. It doesn't take very long at all. So just give them a few pulses and they grind right up. And what we're going to do is, because I don't really know how much I'm going to need, and we can always save the excess, is we're going to add a few more pork rinds in here now that we have some more room for them. And again, we'll break them up a little bit. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add the Parmesan cheese into the mix. And then we're also going to add our salt and pepper. Then we'll get our lid back on there without trying to make a mess everywhere. And then we'll pulse this up until it's fully mixed up. So as you can see, it doesn't take very long. That's all in real time. Just a few pulses and you'll have a good keto-friendly breadcrumb that you can use. Now, of course, it does taste like pork rinds, but if you're used to having pork rinds as a snack, then you'll be happy with the way these work as a breading. So we'll get rid of the blades out of there, and then we'll dump this out into a bowl that we're going to use to bread our cheese bites in. Try and get some of the bits and pieces out of the corners. That's the one thing I'm not too keen on with the Ninja blenders, is things get stuck in crevices that makes it really hard to get out, but it is what it is. So here's our Babybel bites. We're going to add them into the egg wash first, which is just the 2 eggs with a little bit of water and just mixed up. Now, a regular recipe that isn't keto friendly would usually call for putting flour on the cheese bites first and then into the egg wash. But obviously we're not going to do that. Now, you could probably use something like cornstarch if you're into using that, but we're just going to go without anything. It doesn't quite stick the way you might want it to, but it still does a good job. So we'll get the rest of these ready to go. Okay, so that's the last cheese bite breaded here, and I'm just putting them on a pan while I do this. And what we're going to do is we're going to transfer them into the pan of my Tyford Dome 2 air fryer. Just spread them out a little bit here. Obviously you could do a lot more of these at a time if you really wanted to, but just for the sake of this video, we're just doing a few. And what we're going to do is we're going to cook them for 5 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. So they're really quick to cook. And this 5 minutes seemed to be about the perfect time for them. So here we have just a countdown just to see how they turned out. And we'll open up the air fryer here. Now obviously they're not super crispy or anything, but they did cook the pork panko a little bit, and the cheese is definitely nice and soft inside. And I'm just using a small spatula to get them out of there. So I'll get the cheese bites out of the air fryer and we will give them a try. Okay, so here's our finished Babybel keto cheese bites. As you can see, the panko got a little browned, and if we give it a pull, it definitely has a nice cheese pull. Obviously it's basically all cheese, so I would expect it, but yeah, that was pretty nice for sure. These turned out really well. Definitely suggest give them a try. Let me know what you think down below. Consider subscribing. We put out new videos every week just like this. Keep on thriving, my friends.